Reach high, aim high, and obtain.
The designation half and half, although a mixture of cream and whole milk, can range from 10.5% to 18% milk fat and still be labeled by the FDA as half and half. It's the fat percentages instead of the ratio of milk and cream that facilitates this designation. Typically, whole milk is 3.25% fat. Heavy cream is at least 36% fat. And with a 50-50 approach of the two products would create at least 19.625% of fat. That is 1.625% higher than the maximum of the 18% required by the FDA. To create a good approach at home of half and half, it's best to do a 2-to-1 ratio of whole milk and cream. This means for every 1 part of milk, one would add half the amount of cream to get decent homemade results of half and half. With some adjustments to the ratios, one could utilize low-fat or skim milk with heavy cream to obtain half and half within the FDA's required range as well. As a result, on a 2-quart or 8-cup container, this 2-to-1 ratio would end up being 5.33 cups whole milk and 2.67 cups of cream to obtain an FDA approximate of half and half at home. We, of course, are always going to use our cutting-edge cultures prebiotic fiber. So let's begin with 2 tablespoons of that. So 1, 2, put that to the side. And then, of course, we're using our ultimate probiotics. 1 capsule. I think that's a good size capsule too, to have all those fabulous ingredients. Stir that together. And I've learned that that just prevents clumps, especially with the prebiotic fiber. Okay, I've already prepared our half and half here and made sure that it came to room temperature. And so we're going to slowly begin adding this. Now it will do a little bit potentially clumping in here, but it's best to do this slowly. Then get excited and add it all, because we want to make sure everything gets well incorporated before we start adding the volume that we'll be working with, which is, of course, 2 quarts or 8 cups. And what will happen is you'll see that the clumping that's happened, which naturally occurs, it will start reducing as we incorporate the half and half I've created with it. Okay, you can see here that it's not really adhering to the spoon, which is awesome. This means it's waking up well. Just a few pieces there left that needs to incorporate, and then we'll have it. Obviously it's spinning a little bit slower than normal because it's a little bit cooler in the house.
I have to admit, it is cool.
It is December now, and we had snow just yesterday and the day before here. Although it didn't stick, it tells you just a little bit how cold it's already getting.
A little bit of flurries.
Okay, look at that. We're looking really good. I just see like one piece left where it's doing that. Okay, let me see if anything's left there. I think we've got it. Nope,
Okay.
I see one. That's why we do it slow for those little cold. But I can definitely tell the cold here is
It makes a difference.
It's affecting the incorporate. Even though everything's at room temperature, see like that little piece. But it's doing good. I think we've got most of it. We'll just do a quick double check, as they say. Okay, I think we got it.
Hey.
Okay, so now we can add just a little bit more. Now I purposely am doing it a little bit slow because I want to get that little bit that's on the spoon off and incorporate. I think I might have to do a slight scrape. Yep, there we go. To get that little bit. Okay. Now, let's add the rest of this to get to our 2 quarts, 8 cups total. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? It's exciting stuff. Okay. And I love this because with those cutouts and the slotted spoon here of the wood, it makes it so that I can really get everything to kind of, it's almost like whisking it, but without over whisking it and it being, like you said, Mom, gentle before. Okay, and you know what was great too is even though I did the mix of the milk and the heavy cream together via the portions that I figured out, I noticed that there wasn't really any separation after I stirred it initially to make sure it was all in one container before it came to room temperature, which was awesome, and it did the same thing when we added it. So I'll put the lid on here in preparation.
It's a lot different than the others.
Yeah, I love how it's more pliable because of the silicone to easily press out the air. So let's go over the yogurt maker. So let's put our container in there, and I purposely pushed it towards the front here so that I can easily add the water to the top line here in the back. So let's start adding, and of course this water is room temperature. And I've learned if I do about or close to 4 cups, it makes it so I don't have to keep going back and forth, and I get the exact level that I need. I gotta get that thing centered so it's over the heat source. Get our, I love that I did this, is I bought these Velcro things for Rapid storage so that I can do this really easy, which is when it's not in use, I can just put
Store
it on
them easily.
Yeah, without it going all over the place, and it makes it easier. Just put it in a drawer and it not pop up and potentially grab or be jammed or anything. Let's put our lid on now that we've got it all plugged in, and let's set our time and temperature. Okay, so let's do our temp, defaulted, time, we do minus because we get there quick. Okay, so now we got the temp, time, so we'll just hit confirm, and now it'll do 36 hours for 98 degrees. It has now been time. So let's unplug, and let's lift that up. Okay. Wipe it down so we can put it then in the fridge to let it cool and thicken. Well, one thing's true, it looks good. From my angle. Okay, I do see just a little bit of separation here at the bottom. See that? I don't know.
Okay, that's very minimal.
But that's very minimal, and I think that's a good sign overall. And actually, I don't see any movement in it either.
Oh, let's hope.
We might actually have a really good half and half batch here made from scratch. Because we made
back in the morning and
yeah,
check on it.
Yeah. It's been the next day after we took it off last night, so let's see the results of my homemade half and half. Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, Mom. I think that's beautiful.
That's wonderful.
Look at that. Now, I do have a thick layer, obviously, of cream going on here because
Of the half and half.
because the cream that I did add. And it's not pasteurized. This is the raw milk with the heavy cream. But this made yogurt, people.
And because it's not pasteurized or homogenized,
That's
it will
why it
separate.
separates.
Yeah.
And you know what, though? But I don't consider having that, I guess it would say
If you
it.
stir it in.
You know what? It looked like the layer was the exact amount of the cream I had added. But that's a quality yogurt. Let me get my whisk out. But I love this particular whisk because it's got those delicate points to it with the ball points on the end, and it makes it so that I can whisk certain things just a little bit, and I can come in and I can do this, but it'll drop out whatever I've got just by squeezing it. Whereas a normal whisk, it would kind of get more caught, I think. But this consistency, this is half and half homemade.
That's our homemade half and half.
Yes, this is our homemade half and half, which means I used raw whole milk and heavy cream that I normally used to use where it was solid heavy cream to make this. But the consistency, to me, this is more of a genuine yogurt consistency, especially once you get this stirred up. I think this will have the, I mean, look at that, because it's already thickening the part that was more liquidy. And see that? I'm getting more of a yogurt's consistency. So I think this is the best. To do the raw whole milk with the cream, because it's giving me like a standard yogurt consistency, I think. And then on top of that, it's not overly fatty, but it has a little bit of that fat profile to bring in that richness of creamy flavor. And then the ferment, because I licked my finger. It was delicious, actually. You might want to, I think this is better than just doing just the raw milk, and definitely better than doing straight heavy cream, because the heavy cream became so thick that it was just too thick, and we actually had to dilute it with the raw milk in order to get the edible consistency that we needed. But this right here, to get this consistency without having to do any dilution, and there's not really, now that I've started, I mean, look at this, there's not really that much separation. Now I still have a few obviously cream clumps that I'm obviously still working through, but that's going away. And now I have, let's see how it coats this. Yeah, see, now I've got a good creamy yogurt consistency. That is exactly like I like when it comes to my yogurt, because I just don't like a thin yogurt. I like more Greek, but I want to make sure that it's not without the water having been strained, because it was one thing that Angela Staton was very adamant for anyone that's a migrainer, is to make sure that the whey and the liquid hasn't been strained out. And this is the best way to do it, I think, if one's in it. And I love taking this and having this before bed, because with the ultimate probiotic starter that I'm doing, it's helping with digestion, and I'm sleeping so much better than I did with just the reuteri or the SIBO yogurt on its own, because I think this has more of a rounded profile of probiotics and the prebiotics, and it's also got those bacteriophages and everything. This is just the best yogurt I have ever had, and I think we have ever had, right, Mom?
I love it.
But this texture, you might actually, let me give you a spoon, Mom, because this flavor profile is phenomenal. It reminds me of what we first had when we did and I mean, look at this. See that? See how it's holding on the spoon?
Mm-hmm.
That is just phenomenal. Here, you want to try it?
Thank you.
I mean, that is just, it's rich, but it's not overly rich. It's creamy, but it's not overly creamy. It's like it has that perfect balance.
That's good.
To the flavor profile and the texture, which to me, if any of you are into cooking, you know, texture is like king with flavor. And if you don't have the balance of those two, it's like, why even bother? And I feel like we've got that with this. So this will actually give you options. You can do the raw whole milk, if you don't want as much fat. But if you want to make homemade half and half with the raw milk, it is possible. And it is phenomenal. This is so much better than my cream-based yogurt because look at that. I've got it stirred now, and it's just, I mean, look at how it's even thickening. I mean,
And if you let it sit in the fridge again,
I know it's going to thicken more.
I bet you it'll be.
I know it's going to thicken more because I recognize this consistency from what I did when I did the full heavy cream from my ultimate probiotic yogurt maker. But I love the fact that it's not with pure fat because I know a lot of viewers have said, boy, that's a lot of fat. And I acknowledge it was, but it was the only way I could get the results with the yogurt maker I had. And now that I've switched to this yogurt maker, it obviously made a huge difference. And so that's how come a lot of people, I think, have been getting results with their half and half. Whereas when we tried half and half without this particular yogurt maker, it kept failing every single time. And I was just like, we just kept wasting money until I started transitioning to heavy cream. But this way, it's not cooked. And if any of you have watched my raw milk video, which I believe it's scheduled to post tomorrow, which means it will be posted before this video, then you'll see the importance of actually using raw milk. And because it's processed at body temperature, well, actually a little bit less than body temperature since it's 98, the body runs at 98.6, this works even better. It has been just a few hours, and I thought, let's check it out, because if it does like all my other yogurts, it'll thicken up. So let's take a look. Oh, that looks thicker. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
It got thicker.
It did it.
So I'm right. It has very much turned into Greek-style yogurt. Look at that.
That is awesome.
And look at, I make an indent, and I know it's not a straight, like, thick indent like it usually does, like when it's heavy cream, but the fact that there's an indent and it's keeping that line, we got it now.
Congratulations.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And it's yummy.